if you want to have a good chance of receiving resources, you must be innovative. There is no option on that. Funding has moved to a level where it is invested in what is going to change the landscape, create something new. That is innovation. There is change in the way things are done. And you will not receive money if the only thing you're going to do is expand your business. For instance, the EU, we heard that they provide funding for expansion of processing. If it's pure expansion, you will not get the money because that money can be obtained from a bank if it's just a business as usual. But if you are trying to expand into an area that business cannot go in alone, that you have a case. Because innovation funding comes in for things that can't be done purely by the private sector or purely by the development sector, the NGOs. So you structure your arrangement in such a way that it sits between that. It's got a business concept, but it's addressing developmental issues in a more sustainable way because it's got a business concept. So for instance, if you are trying to expand your machinery, if you talk about fabrication or modification so that you can produce something that responds to a particular people group that have been excluded, okay? Maybe because you want to be buying raw material from them, and unless you come up with a slightly different type of machine, you can't buy from them and they have no market to sell. Or you want to supply to a particular group and they can't buy the current product because the way it is produced, it does not respond to their needs, maybe their economic needs or their other welfare needs. So you are changing something about your expansion. Okay? Unless you are coming up with something like that, then it will be very difficult. Why should they give you money? Why don't you get it from a bank? Other times is where you want to pilot something, you want to break into a new market, but the cost of entry is too high. A private sector cannot go in and spend 6 months developing the market. The loss will be too big. So you want it to be cushioned. You are prepared to break into that market, but you feel you need some financial support in terms of grants for 6 months, after which you reach a level where you can carry on sustainably. Okay? So you are building scale economies, but then it can't happen without support. So there must be something that makes them see the value of their investment, because they must be able to do something that others can't do. Okay, so if they help you, they have changed the game. They can take the credit. They can feel good they have contributed to something new. So innovation, innovation, innovation.